Hey guys, this is What If Standby here. I'm back with another video. I just did uploaded What If Naruto Scottish Newbie. Yeah, and yeah, yada yada yada. Today we'll be doing something different. You saw Avatar, right? You saw Avatar. You know that anime. You know that anime that people think is not an anime, it's a cartoon, but it's actually anime. Yeah. That. You know, have you ever thought if you were in Avatar? Now, my timeline is gonna be 100 years after the Legend of Korra ended. Now, I wanted, I want them to go back into the traditional way, as in the Japanese hierarchy thing, where they are feudal lords and stuff like that. That stuff, those stuff, like yeah. So this is basically gonna be easy, guys. So let me get into the video. Play that intro. And there will not be an outro for this one because I'm this is something funny and I'm doing this because I need to, and I need to spend some time doing something. So this is pretty easy. Alright, just say I died. Yeah, I died. Lightning struck me. I died because outside is raining right now. So I'm gonna say I was outside doing something and a lightning bolt and I'm dead. Yeah, like that hit me. I'm not no Naruto. I can't reflect that with a fireball jutsu. I'm dead. There's no one getting around it. I'm dead. So I woke up in this black void. Like I'm it's cold and it's hot. I'm warm, but I'm hot. I'm warm, but I'm cold. I can't see, but I can sense that I'm somewhere. But then I open my eyes. I'm a baby. And I see this black-haired woman with yellow eyes and a very slim but curvy figure. And I see this man with a mustache with also yellow eyes and black hair. I have black hair with yellow eyes. Yeah. I realize I reincarnated myself. I'm a baby again. Now, I'm gonna base this on how old I am now. I'm now 19, so going to be 20 in April 26. Big ups. But yeah, so I was 19 when I died. So yeah, and time skip to when I'm around 6 years old. I had a very high affinity for firebending, and it was obvious because I was third the third son of the king of the what do you just call them? Fire the third king of the Fire Lord. The third son of the Fire Lord. I had a very high affinity, and it was shown from a long age. Because as a baby, I was already firebending, and I didn't even know what I was doing at that time. I was literally burning my cradle because I didn't know what I was doing. I was aware of what I was and how I should have been acting, but I didn't act that way because I know I wasn't. I'm not freaking 1 years old. No, not even 1 months old. I just did what I could feel like I could do, and I firebend. And I had a very high affinity towards it, and I skipped to at 6. My father hates me. My two brothers hate me. My two brothers hate me. My mom My mom loves me. Yeah, she loves me. My mom loves me, and my father finds any excuse. Well, I don't count him as my father, but hey, well, I have to call him father because in this time yeah. But yeah, he finds any excuse to yell at me, but he finds that it doesn't work because I always have this one expression on my face, which I do have a lot on my face, like every day. Blank. Every time he yells at me or calls with me or tries to get me to make me feel bad in some way, I always look at him with the same face, like I never cared in the first place. Which is true. I never cared in the first place because I never did anything wrong, and he tried to find anything I was bad at, and it was a pure apology. So that was hard too. I was I was good at everything I ever did. Now, my fire bending ability got so strong that I realized I could control other elements by using fire. At first, everybody thought I was the the avatar, but I wasn't because the avatar was already figured out. He's already old already, and it will take another 10 years for the avatar to come back around when he dies. So everybody's wondering, if can there be two avatars? But then I explained to them that I'm still firebending. I'm firebending the warmth that's in the air by using hot hot air. I'm using it by using my firebending to control the heat waves that are in the air to make hot air bending. Using the same thing with water. The heat that I put in the water that I use it to manipulate the water the same way I did with the air. Earth, I do the same thing, but it's a little different because it sometimes might turn on like lava, which is bad because it's more easier to break, but if it touches you, you're gonna die. And I can also lightning bend, and I can actually generate lightning from my body instead of me actually have to. I think in Avatar, like you have to do a certain stance. But I could just like stand there and just lightning will just pour off of me. People say I should be the next Fire Lord because I'm the best of my three siblings that are 2 years older than me. And no, let's talk about my three siblings. My two siblings. One is a girl, one is a boy. The girl is a very cocky person, and yeah, so is my brother. They believe that they're better than me, but every time we spar, I beat them because I don't feel any attachment to them because technically, yes, they are my brother and sister, but at the same time, they ain't. And I go off. Sorry. And I go off, and I wander into the forest. Now, I find a girl crying, and she's crying because her father died. Well, the father died in the Great Earth War, which is still happening because the Avatar is too fucking old to do anything. So, the Great Earth War. Now, I hold out my hand, and she shakes it. And now everybody, and now she answers my name, and I tell her, and then she proceeds to bow and says, I'm sorry, my highness, if I got you taking my things. But I said there's no problem with it, and we start becoming friends, and so on and so on. I'm just doing this so I can get my love interest out of her, because I'm basically a main character. I need my life interest, right? And one day we go to the park, and it's a very romantic mood, and I just, because I'm this type of person, I won't force anything on you, but if I feel to do something, I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna do something. Alright, so that's how it plays out. It was a very romantic mood, and I asked her if I could kiss her, while still staring at the moon. She's blushing heavily, and she said, "Yeah, yes," and I kissed her on the lips this time. And we go out from there. She has a ponytail with a red dress. You know what firebenders wear. I'm not going all into that. I have a multitude of flames. I have my blue flames, my orange flames, my red flames, and also my favorite one, my black flame, my black flames. Now, everybody is telling me that, telling the telling my father to send me to the air nomads to learn airbending and to become a master airbender because I can basically airbend. And my father just wants to get rid of me, and he does so. He calls up and he tells the air nomads. The air nomads are happy to help me because I'm I'm like an airbender. They don't have any animosity to anyone. They don't really care, and they help me out. And I become a master airbender. And they give me the airbender tattoos. But you see, when they put them on me, something different happens. They all recede into certain parts of my back. There's a line where each tattoo should have started and ended. But every time I use any my fire bending, they come on. Like, so you remember Ang's tattoos? So whenever I'm not using my bending, they retrieve. They're not on my skin. But when I do use my bending, they're on my skin. Yeah. So yeah. Long story short, um, I go back and it's wartime, and that's why I'm gonna leave it off because this is just a tester to see if anyone likes it. Cause I'm definitely not doing Avatar with this because I am not that in depth in Avatar to like ever do this. But this is just a funny thing that I thought of, and I want to know if you guys want me to like continue it and what so on and so forth. But see ya, bye bye, bye guys.